Hello, hello, and welcome back as I continue to fall head over heels in love with the voluptuous and vulpine poison ivy down in the perilous passages of Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. And yeah, I know you're probably saying, it's just the pheromones talking, Pete. You gotta fight, man. You gotta fight. Don't succumb. But you know what? I'm tired of fighting. I don't want to fight anymore. I want to succumb. The depths of my love for Pamela, and by extension, plague doctors as a whole, is now rivaled only by my absolute utter hatred of Superman. I think I may love plague doctors as much as I hate Clark Kent. And as we all know, my passionate hatred I have for Superman is possibly the most meaningful emotion in my entire existence. That's how much I hate him. I love and plague doctors. I feel an equivalent level of love for him, man. And you know what? Also, Houndmasters a little bit. Steve Rogers kind of brought me around. Sure, not quite as fiercely as I'm loving the plague doctor currently. I mean, Steve Rogers is a handsome devil and all, but he just can't do it for me the way the curvaceous beauty of Pamela Isley does. It's just how I'm built. But you know, Houndmasters are also a class I think I may have severely underestimated, or possibly just like me, maybe the Houndmaster is a late bloomer. But, you know, after last episode, altogether, I'm feeling pretty darn positive about the way things are going. And I think I may have discovered my overall new favorite team. Steve Rogers, Pamela Isley, Victor Von Doom, and of course, the curvaceous and lovely Wonder Woman as well. It's a boy-girl kind of thing, and it totally worked. Sure, it's a bizarre mishmash universe crossover what-if kind of team-up, but, you know, I'll be damned if it didn't work. And hey, say what you want, it's no more ridiculous like mishmash team up than Crisis on Infinite Earths was. It's at least no more ridiculous. So let's get back to work and see if we can avoid having a crisis on this particular Earth and get some big wins in. There is a little upgrade and some trooper maintenance we need to take care of. I'm just going to knock that out real quick. Between episodes, I did toss Diana Prince in for a little stress relief. Also, we're coming to upgrade our stagecoach. I'm looking for some more experienced recruits here. Yes, vision stirring distant cities, blah, blah, blah. People are paying attention to us. We're finally starting to get some traction and all that, Ancestor. The Ancestor's just excited because he's got almost 100,000 YouTube subscribers now. He's really stoked. I'm nowhere near that, so I got nothing to fear. I got a long time before I have to worry about, well, I mean, I'm never going to hit that kind of number, so for an eternity to worry about it, but I don't care. Medical devices, yeah, you know, we should upgrade our chances of curing an extra disease. It cost us effectively nothing. And that may be it for upgrades. I think the rest of our upgrades, can we do anything here at the Abbey? Absolutely not. Not enough crests or busts. We must increase our bust. The bigger the better, the tighter the sweater. We must increase our bust. Training regimen and instructor mastery are actually both pretty good. We got those up to rank 4. I don't even think we have anybody who's sporting rank 4 skills yet, do we? No, we absolutely do not, so no concerns there. No need to upgrade. We're good. We only have one rank 5 trooper, and that's Mercedes Knight. Good old Misty Knight, one of the heroes for hire. She's been with us a while, and she's a dyed-in-the-wool killer. All right, so upgrades are taken care of. Let's go see about getting a mission. We do still have 20,000 gold, a hefty portion. Kill the Swine King. Well, I mean, we already have this particular heirloom. I mean, I want to kill the Swine King, yes, but we already have that. Is there something else we could do that's good? Lock of Fury, I think we also have, and I'm not the world's biggest Abomination fans as it stands anyway. Do we even have an Abomination? Oh yeah, we got Swamp Thing. What are you? Book of Rage is just, it's bad, actually. A Worry Stone, also bad. And then we've got a bunch of champion missions, which we can't even do. Darkest, level 6, kill one shuffling horror. What do we get? That's interesting. Plus 100 protection from skill revelation. Legendary Bracer, I mean, yeah, that thing's pretty good. What's in a cove? A moon ring, which is straight up god-awful garbage. We could do a long apprentice mission for a sacrificial cauldron. Not really interested in that. A medium champion level mission for a berserk. You know, the reward sucks, but I still kind of think like killing the Swine King is probably the most useful thing we can do. So let's just gear up and go hack ourselves up a little pig. Hey, guess what's on the dinner tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, you guessed it. The other white meat. It's pork time. So who do we want to take? I think Jean Grey is going to be our healer. This is going to push some people into level 5, and we're absolutely 100% comfortable with that. Doom, I'm going to hold you back, buddy. I'm going to take Wade Wilson instead. Catherine Bishop? Yeah, that's good. And remember, we're gearing up to deal the Swine King, so, I mean, he's largely blight resistance or blight immune. I would love to take another Plague Doctor. They really have brought me around, but I'm gonna not do it. I think instead, what we're gonna do is definitely just build with a focus. Our goal is to kill the Swine King, so we want to put together the best team for the killing of large, bloated pig abominations. That's what we want to do. We want to make sure we're as equipped as possible to kill that particular monster. Also, there's some skill adjustments I think we could probably stand to invest in. So, Wade, you're going on a mission. Let's go take a look at you. I definitely went with stand-up. Self-heal. Where's the stress heal? Do you even have that? Revenge? No. Purge? No. You have a stress heal, do you not? Oh, it's the same skill. Okay, well, good. So, withstand is a stress heal. Don't you have, like, a self-heal? You do. I'm changing up my leper shenanigans a little bit. I mean, we almost never use Purge or Revenge, either one. I take the buffs. Occasionally, we'll throw a Purge. I almost never use Revenge. So I decided, screw it. Let's just get a class who can heal all of his own wounds. It's sort of a physician heal thyself kind of thing. Do we want to upgrade his weapons and armor? You know, we're probably not going to be able to afford that. That's going to be a little bit pricey. Kathy Bishop, is there anything we want to do to you? As far as, you know, the guild goes, not the blacksmith. And the answer to that is yes. Ghetto Hawkeye needs to get blind fire. I've definitely come around on this skill. I kind of like it. We're going to upgrade your heal. We're going to keep the mark. Suppression is straight up. I used to love suppression, but as it stands now, it's just the debuff almost never works. The debuff does not increase. The power of the debuff doesn't really increase enough to make it scale. So it's a fine early ability, but as the game progresses, it gets progressively shittier. Jean Grey, are you going to need anything? Yeah, pretty much across the board. So we're going to dump $4 grand on Jean Grey. Come on, she's worth it. You dump $4 grand on Jean Grey. She's a remarkable woman. Be like, sure, I'm romancing her, and yeah, I mean, I got a winner away from Scott Summers. We're going to have to spend the rest on provisions. As much as I'd like to upgrade Squirrel Girl, you know what? I can't even finish that sentence. I fucking hate Squirrel Girl. I don't want to upgrade her at all. I kind of want her to die, except she's one of our highest-ranking Hellions, and I can't really afford to lose her. So you know what, Squirrel Girl? Suck it. You got to go with the trash gear. Consider it penance. Let's get some trinkets in here. All right, Wade Wilson. I do like the Redemption Armlet. It's pretty good. What else do we have that you could use that would be useful? I'm looking for some plus accuracy stuff, if possible. Do we have anything that's bonus accuracy for you? Not as such. Do we really have nothing that's bonus accuracy for a leper? Oh, okay, there we go. Fortunate Armlet, plus 8 accuracy, plus 1 crit. It does make him take extra stress damage, which is a little unfortunate. And then, you know what? Let's throw a little extra damage at him, too. Damage, accuracy. Do we really want to go with damage? Is there something better we might get? Don't we have one leper-only trinket? I guess we don't. We could lower his dodge, just give him 15% damage. That's interesting. And that's all the time. We're good. You know, now I'll keep the dodge. I don't really care about a virtue chance, honestly. They're so unlikely, it's a stupid thing to try and gamble on. You're like, Pete, you can make it so that somebody almost always gets a virtue. Yeah, you know, I'm just not buying it. Life Crystal. Do we have any barbarian-only trinkets? I don't, well, I call Dorian Green a barbarian. That seems a little rude. Do we have any Hellion-only trinkets? I mean, come on, she's basically a barbarian. Protection, Dismas's Head, I very much like. The penalty to HP and the stress penalty are not fantastic, however. We could offset that with the Book of Sanity. Sun Ring's pretty good. We're going to be, you know what? Bonus accuracy and bonus light for, yeah, let's take that. I want the extra accuracy, and then I think we just go, man, we're going to be taking so much stress damage on that, though. Then again, we're going to fight pigmen. They do throw a lot of stress our way. Bonus HP is not useful. Bleed skill chance is intriguing, but I think probably all things considered, not worth it. If we're just looking for bonus damage, you know what? Rather than take bonus stress damage, we could lower our dodge very slightly and pick up a warrior's bracer. But dodge is kind of the Hellion's thing, though. Let's take Dismas's. Screw it. I'm just going to go. We're going balls to the wall, full damage mode here. Jean Grey, you're going full heals mode. Where's Junia's head? Yeah. Do I want Junia's head? If we can avoid the stress damage, I should prefer to do it. Profane Scroll, I don't need. Where's all my healing trinkets here? Where's my heat? Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. The Sacred Scroll, which actually gives us a reduction and a bigger healing bonus. And then the Tome of Holy Healing gives us a small HP penalty. I'm cool with that. That's rock. That'll roll. You rock it, it'll roll, yo. Sniper's ring? Yeah. Sniper's ring is good. And don't we have a bunch of, like, arbalist only stuff? Bonus accuracy, which you need because you have the rabies. Although that's, you know, the sniper's ring is actually way more bonus accuracy. That gives you a bonus to crit too, though. That lowers your speed, which I don't really care about. Wrathful Bandana. A penalty to your heal skills for way more damage and way more debuff skill chance, which is intriguing. Alternatively, we could just give you these medics greaves and make you a better healer, which is sort of what I'm bringing you along for. Accuracy and heals, it's a nice little combination. I'm comfortable with it. Let's provision with what little cash we have left. Now, again, this is only a medium-length mission, so we don't have to go too insane here. We know where we're going. We'll know the shortest path. As soon as we're in the dungeon, we'll know exactly where we need to go. I think we take one of everything and enough torches to get us to our destination. And that's it. We're dead broke. 780 gold. We spent a lot of cash on upgrades this mission. A lot.
Crude, and the results disappointing. I soon found, however, that the type and condition of the host's meat was a critical factor.
So what you're saying is you didn't use a lean cut of beef, which is why he looks like this. Or rather, a lean cut of pork. See, Ancestor, I told you, man, you don't want to go for the fatty rib meat. You got to go in there for something a little more lean. You want to get like a loin cut or something. You never listen, though. You never listen, do you? So this is interesting. We actually have options. There are two particular locations where we might find our final battle. One could be here. One could be here. It's always the room furthest from the start. We could go either way. So what we're going to do, since there's no fucking fighting, we got a hall battle this way, or we have a room battle with treasure this way. I'm going to choose to avoid all that. I'm taking the path of least resistance on this one, guys. Wait, we have... Yeah, let's go ahead and throw a medicinal herb on this old dinner cart. Pick up a little cheap food. 250 gold as well. Hey, we're up to almost $1,000, assuming the team at least makes it out of the dungeon. We have no fight in this room, thanks to our scouting knowledge. Nothing to fear here. We're in the clear. Nothing to fear. We're in the clear. We're here. We're clear. We can't get around these fucking fights. We should have gone straight. Because now we're going to take a halt. Alright, well, the die is cast. What's done is done. Let's just make the best of it. We made our bed. Now we're going to have to lie in it like a filthy dog that's too stupid to have opposable thumbs and can't remake its bed. Poor dogs. I always feel sorry for them. They just need thumbs, man. That's all you get. You need some thumbs, dogs. So a little bit of damage and a bleed. We're going to go Jean Grey. We want to pile on damage onto the Slavering Ghoul because the Slavering Ghoul, well, he's a problem in that he causes a lot of stress damage, and stress is one thing we are not equipped to mitigate in any particular fashion at all. And Wade Wilson's going to take care of the guys up front, so the Ghoul is all that remains. He's going to rend, which is actually good. That's one attack he has that just does damage and no stress. We might be able to get him. Nope, he's going to go again, and a skull toss. This is a stress attack. Alright, so, you know, Ghetto Hawkeye is a little freaked out. Probably because she knows she has to choose a side in the upcoming Civil War in theaters May 5th. And she's not sure whether she wants to go pro-registration or anti-registration, and, you know, I kind of understand your quandary. We got to reorder these skills, by the way. Every time I play Jean Grey, I do this, and it always kind of messes me up a little bit. Big ol' shot from Kathy B. Sweet loot. Alright. That'll work. Alright, Jean Grey, we gotta fix you. You are broken? Why do you not have Dazzling Light? You actually do have it. I just don't have it equipped because I'm an idiot. Alright, there we go. Now Jean Grey's heals are in the proper order. I feel immediately better about being Perfidious Pete. Just like Randall Reigns when he would steal a car. He would take one, just go out there and drive, and feel immediately better about being him. Yeah, having my skills in the right order makes me feel immediately better about being Pete. Plus, I didn't have to commit grand larceny or grand theft auto to feel better. I just had to play a video game. Take that, Randall Reigns. You could have avoided a big, long prison sentence if just you had been a gamer instead of a car thief, you jerk. Stealing cars is not cool, man. People need those cars to get to work. This fight is my favorite kind of fight. We're faced with an abundance of enemies who do nothing but damage. And damage is the one thing we're best equipped to deal with on this. We have no stress attacks. I don't think any of these units is even capable of a stress attack. This is a mark for Squirrel Girl. Oh no, not Squirrel Girl. Heaven forbid everybody should fucking overwhelmingly target Squirrel Girl. Boy, that would be a shame. We're getting pig speared. Ah, man, that hurts. We're not dazed, reeling, or about to break. We took a few criticals. Mr. Narrator, sometimes I really feel like you are quite the drama queen, sir. You really overplay your hand sometimes. We're not that worried about this guy, and I'm not even going to swing at that tentacular horror as long as Johnny Pigspear here is alive. He can't Pigspear from the front rank, so he's going to pop back to the back. That's fine. Wade Wilson already took a crack at him, so we're going to keep piling on the hate. Oh no, a tentacle devourer. Yeah, we dodged it. So you didn't even get a piece of Squirrel Girl. Pathetic loser. You got schooled by a girl whose powers are based on rodents. Rodent power has stopped you. You gotta feel a little, you know, you gotta feel a little humiliated by that. We can pray. This is a mark attack. It's also a weak attack. It's a mark attack, and it doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. Deadpool coming back with a little damage of his own. Jean Grey's gonna patch some more heal on the squirrel. She's gonna try to avoid getting mange. I also need to adjust Wade Wilson's skills too. This is another thing that I've forgotten. We will do that immediately after this fight, and in order to ensure that we do that immediately after this fight, basically there's a litany running through my head right now that just says, Pete, adjust your skills. Pete, adjust your skills. Pete, adjust your skills. It's the only way I'm gonna remember. The attention span of a goldfish. So that's sorted. Let's check the chest out. Wade, you have no stress. Take a look. Unlock strongbox. Contents are ours. It is gold and a citrine. Do I want to mess with the citrine at all? I mean, do I really care? I kind of don't. And Wade, we're fixing your skills. See, the litany almost failed me because I stopped chanting the mantra. You got to keep up the mantra, man. You got to be like a Maharishi yogi. You got to keep that stuff up 24/7. You got to keep chanting, man. Keep chanting. Always be chanting. ABC. It's not always be closing. It's always be chanting, man. Coffee is for chanters. We have plenty of bandages. Let's check out the rack of blades. Alright, 550 gold. And you know what? With this food, since we can't really carry it, we'll feed it to whomever is a desire to eat, which appears to be basically no one. And whatever we can't eat goes on the floor. Yeah, we're wasting food, and I know there are starving kids in Japan that would be happy to get that, but are they here? Is there a convenient way for me to deliver that delicious food to those starving children? No, huh? No? And by the time I could ship it there, it would be most certainly rotted, so what I would have done is taken, instead of the milk I didn't want to drink to send it to a starving kid, basically I sent him a jug full of moldy, rotten, largely cottage cheese product. That just seems mean, man. That's like I'm trolling the kid. Be like, hey, I know you don't have food, so I sent you some of ours. Oh, by the way, it's rotten because fuck you, that's why. I mean, that seems like a pretty cruel way to treat the underprivileged. Call me crazy. Maybe moms, you know, starving kids in Japan would be happy to have that. Yeah, they might be happy to have it, Mom, but they're not here. Your solution to world hunger is impractical, Mother. Really got to rethink your whole strategy. Also, you know, maybe don't talk to your mom that way. It's not cool. I mean, she did raise you. And at one point, she squeezed you out of her vagina. And let me tell you, that was no small amount of work. Your mom paid a price for that. You gotta respect your mom. Do I want to drink this booze? Yes, I do, because I want a damage buff for my Hellion. Booyah! What do we got? Oh, plus 30% damage until camp? Hells yeah. Our Hellion's gonna be hitting like a Mack truck. Why is it always a Mack truck, by the way? Why couldn't we be hitting like an International Harvester truck? Or like a Mitsubishi? I mean, they make trucks. There are other companies who manufacture trucks. It's not all Mack. I mean, sure, they're fantastic truck makers, but they don't have, you know, 100% of the market share here. I demand a more realistic representation of the trucking industry. I did use suppression because I forgot to change it, and it was the only thing I could do to possibly kill one of these stress units before they hit us with a stress attack. Wade Wilson is holding it down with regards to these corpse eaters, man. Corpse eaters step up. Deadpool smacks him down. He's got hemophilia. All right, well, he's going to be a little bit more vulnerable to bleeding now. It's not really a big deal, and we'll patch that up at the end of the mission. Nobody can disease Wade Wilson. I mean, he's largely immune to diseases. That's part of the magic of Deadpool. Back-to-back stress attacks. Well, at least we didn't catch rabies from it, so it's not all bad. We are blighted a little bit, and this is not the end of the world. Let's murder this man. You are dead. We cannot hit that guy, can we? We need to be in spot 1 in order to do... Alright, well, just destroy a corpse then. We can at least bump him forward for next turn so we can make sure we can hit him. We can drop a bolt of lightning on his ass, but unfortunately that means we are going to eat possibly one more. Nah, Ghetto Hawkeye's there to mop up the mess. We already have some medic screeves. In fact, I'm wearing them. I hate to throw them on the floor because they are pretty valuable if sold. Is there something else I should prefer to get rid of more? That's the question. Yes, this anti-venom, because it can be specifically useful as well. I really want that portrait. What would I get rid of? I would drink some holy water. That's what I would do. Let's drink some holy water. Take the portrait. I don't care about food. I'm just going to leave that table. And you're saying, Pete, you could camp and get a whole bunch of buffs before you go fight the Swine King. You're not wrong. We could definitely do that. But you know what? We're not going to do that because we already have plus 30% damage here for our Hellion. I don't think we're going to do much better than that. Little free stress relief here thanks to Doreen Green's massive squirrel senses. Squirrel powers activate. The girl is unstoppable. She's got Moxie. She's got Chutzpah. She has fur and claws. A little bit of squeal then. All right, that's fine. We're gonna... Man, this guy seems larger than the last time we fought him. Did you put on weight, Swine King? Have you, did you bulked up? You been eating your protein? What's the deal there? How many actions does Wilbur get, by the way? All right, obliterate the masses, doing, you know, some damage, but not an overwhelming amount. And there goes 10% of that guy's overall health and change. Followed up by a massive blow from Wade Wilson. You know, we're looking all right so far. This is why we brought Jean Grey. Jean Grey brings the heals. She's going to keep us safe. There's a bit of squeal. Don't be stunned. God damn it. Squirrel Girl, I mean, what did I just say, Squirrel Girl? What did I just say? She doesn't, she never listens. She never listens. This is what you get with your squirrel-based superheroes. They don't follow orders. Another 22 damage from Wade Wilson. Couple more rounds of this, and our little piggish friend is going to be all the way dead. And 15 damage is not the end of the world. See, watch as Jean Grey almost completely fixes that shit in one fell swoop. Man, these guys really hate Squirrel Girl. I'm starting to think Wilbur hates Squirrel Girl the way I hate Squirrel Girl, which with the, you know, is with purity and passion. Swinging exclusively at Squirrel Girl and Wade Wilson here. We need big heal. Wade, you know, he can take a little pain here. He can also heal himself if it becomes a truly dire emergency, which is one reason why I'm favoring Doreen Green over Wade Wilson. Okay, that hurt. That one's gonna that one left a mark. We definitely have to go for the battlefield bandage here. Kathy B's got to get us off death's door. Just because Wilbur's gonna get a mark and squeal and do his little piggy bullshit. Yeah, go ahead and stun us, it's fine. Meanwhile, your boss is still getting hacked into pork cutlets. I'm telling you, the ancestor should have used a leaner cut of pork. I told him to go for the center loin cut, but no, he wouldn't listen. He wouldn't listen. Filled with his own hubris and high on his own farts, just wouldn't listen. 9 damage for Catherine Bishop is nothing to worry about. I'm going to go for damage here in favor of healing because Wade Wilson's going to do way more damage. Holy crap, Jean Grey, when the chips are down, pulls out the big Mogamba critical heal. That was beautiful. And suddenly Wade Wilson is back in the thick of things, ready to kill. Doreen Green piling on more bleed. We got that guy bleeding 9 per round for 3 rounds. The Swine King actually is dead. He does have fatal damage on him right now. And we're going to go ahead and just double check that because I don't want to let him beat on me for another 3 rounds while his little pig friend fucking howls. Instead, let's throw out a little bit of healing. Who's probably worst for wear? I really should have switched to blind fire and this guy could just be dead. You're not smart, Pete. You don't have to tell me, man. You guys, man, you make a lot of mistakes. I know. I'm dumb. What can I say? I'm a dumb man. Life is hard when you're stupid. I've said this on numerous occasions, and I've meant it every time I've said it.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow
Solar Crown is actually a pretty good item for high light runs. Solar Bracer is also pretty good. Those are both respectable. Can we carry these crests? Yes, good. I really want to find spots for these. They're both pretty good. The Solar Crown I really like because stress mitigation has sort of become vital to what we do here. Can we eat a whole stack of food amongst our various troopers? Do we want to eat a whole stack of food amongst our various troopers? No, eating a whole stack of food is probably suboptimal. Let's get rid of something. Let's just throw this bandage on the floor. We'll take the Solar Bracer. We're going to continue adventuring here a little bit. We need cash, which is why we did spend a lot. Now, granted, we are going to get a fair amount for having completed this mission. But if we could find a secret room or something, that would be enough to entice me to leave. we've scouted most of the dungeon. Let's backtrack to this way, head over this direction. We're still doing pretty good from a stress standpoint, too. I mean, we have enough food that we can feast, get the automatic stress reduction, and then get whatever other stress reduction we can cobble together from our camping skills. Camping skills actually also another thing I really need to start working on. Basically, our troopers have whatever camping skills they've happened to start with. That's what they're all rolling. I wish I'd kept one of those bandages now. We haven't had a chance to upgrade our camping skills, and I know it's an oversight. A lot of them are really powerful, but we just haven't had the cash. I really feel like armor, weapons, and skills for fighting are going to be more important than camping skills. We've basically scouted this entire dungeon at this point. We got nothing going on. And yes, I'm deliberately avoiding fights. I know this. I don't want to seek them out. I'm looking for treasure, not necessarily battle. Those two are often found together. This is true, but we're gonna stick with this until our torchlight ends. So we have a curio in here. Should have gone for treasure instead of a curio. Now we have stress. 20, man, that's a lot. 24 stress in a single shot is a ton. Let's go ahead and butcher that man. We're going to focus on killing the stress-causing unit if we can. Non-zero chance Ghetto Hawkeye finishes the job. There we go, Ghetto Hawkeye. That's my girl. She's still debating on whether or not to go pro-registration or anti-registration, by the way. Me, personally, as long as Iron Man and Captain America fight, I feel like everybody wins. I really do. A little group heal wouldn't hurt. Got a couple people who are banged up. Let's spread around a little love, because, you know, Jean Grey did spread around the love. I mean, Cyclops, Wolverine, who wasn't she on board with? Archangel, because, I mean, he was a handsome son of a bitch. We got to assume at some point they had a little bit of a dalliance. Let's go with the self-heal. I was thinking about getting a little cheap stress relief, because we got this guy dead to rights. Actually, I probably should have gone with the stress heal, because we don't really care about health here. That citrine's going on the floor. Is this a sacrificial? You know what? Fuck it. Oh, what? Sacrificial stones are supposed to take firewood. You dirty rat. Oh, they screwed me out of some cheap stress relief. Oh, I am not happy. Not happy at all. Now we should consider leaving, because we don't have any kind of stress relief, and I foolishly wasted my... So what does this thing take, then? It's not a torch. Nope. Is this the one that you just have to touch? Sinful behaviors, well, winded quirk removed. Okay, well, I mean, we got that. That's something. It's not perfect or ideal, but it is something. Let's go do one more room battle, because there's a trap here. I was gonna say we could get some free stress relief, but I went ahead and stepped. I really wish it was a little more clear where the line of demarcation for triggering the trap or successfully avoiding the trap are. Do I want to fight for whatever this treasure is? Yes, because I have an inventory slot. I'm going to trade some stress for treasure here. Our light level is a little lower than I'd like. We're down to 76. Yeah, we'll be alright. We're still at the highest level. Vomiting. Just don't get diseased, Wade. Alright, 12 stress is not the end of the world. We might get a chance to even get rid of that. This is worse, especially on a critical. Alright, now I'm feeling a little salty. Make that man be dead, Squirrel Girl. No more bullshit from this guy. That's it. I'm calling the end to his shenanigans. No more of that crap. I want him dead bad enough to lightning bolt him. I know that was dramatic overkill, but there's a non-zero chance Ghetto Hawkeye can critical that last vomiting... I always call these guys vomiting sorority girl pigs. I don't know why. I guess just it must be my college experience when I went to college. There were a lot of sorority parties, and I gotta say, the sorority girls tended to drink a little too much and have a tendency to vomit. And when they did so, it wasn't like your controlled garden variety in the toilet vomiting. It was always sort of like your Linda Blair in The Exorcist random projectile vomiting with absolutely no care to what was any of in their immediate surroundings. They just puked everywhere on everything all of the time. It's pretty horrible. Just like this guy. Pretty horrible. Also puking everywhere on everything all the time. Irritatingly so. He's dead now, however. I'm just going to kill this man. I want this fight over. If he has fatal damage, which he doesn't. Could go for the solemnity here to get some... You know what? Yeah. Let's take the stress relief. This guy does not have a stress attack. So we'll take the 11 free stress damage. Or rather, stress heal. We'll probably beat him on a speed roll ultimately anyway, which in fact we did. And Ghetto Hawkeye shot him in the eye. What do we got? Deeds. Totally worth it. If for nothing else other than a deeds, that was entirely worth it. We also have a key. Medicinal herbs won't really do anything for us. We'll just scrub those. We'll use one of those keys on this heirloom chest. We'll probably wind up throwing the other one on the ground in favor of taking the heirlooms. Also, these shovels are going to go. That's an extra, what do we get out of that? An extra 750 gold? You know what? It's probably worth the stress. In all things considered, I think that was a reasonable trade. But that's it. We're done with this dungeon. I'm bailing out. Still a little salty about the campfire thing. We can also get rid of this restraining padlock. We already have one. Probably no real reason to be rolling with two. And, you know, 10,000 gold and change. A little over 11,000. That's actually respectable. And we did all right in the heirloom department as well. Picked up some deeds. Picked up some portraits. Got quite a few crests, which we desperately needed. As for EXP, oh, look at this. We got some Resolve rank 5 bad up asses. Bad up asses? Well, I mean, I guess if you don't roll that way, having something up your ass is not necessarily, it's not necessarily good. It could, in fact, be bad, especially if it's large. What I meant to say, and sort of made an unwitting portmanteau of it, was I was going to say straight up bad asses, and it somehow came up bad up asses. Which I guess if you had a Wade Wilson up your ass, that would be bad. Wade has the fits, which is shit. That's got to be fixed. Thanatophobia is a problem for Doreen Green, although she is robust now, more resistant to disease, mostly because squirrels are already infected with every kind of horrendous, fucking disgusting disease you could ever have. Seriously, squirrels, straight up carriers of the bubonic plague. So yeah, if you have a pet squirrel, you might get the plague from it. Consider not having a pet squirrel. Resilience decent. Thanatophobia is bad for Doreen Green because she's a low hit point class, so a lot of times she's going to fall into that extra stress damage. Still, I'm stoked to have Jean Grey, Kathy Bishop, and Wade all make Resolve rank 5. That is a coup for us. We can start, we actually have a 4-man team who could start doing veteran missions if the need arises. And not only that, but it's exactly the same team we just rolled through that dungeon. It's Catherine Bishop, Jean Grey, Mercedes Knight, and Wade Wilson. So not only do we have the team, but it's actually a pretty strong team. So Buffy Summers exits the brothel with a skip in her step after a memorable evening. Buffy Summers engages in pleasures of the flesh and recovered 81 stress and is no longer paranoid. Wow, I'm telling you, lover of the vampires, you throw her in a tub with a vampire, Buffy makes the best of a bad situation, make a little vampire lemonade, make a little sweet love, get down tonight. Captain America no longer has scurvy. That's good. It would be a serious hampering to his upcoming Civil War if he had to fight it while fighting scurvy. Clark Kent is no longer bulimic. Okay, I guess he decided to stop carrying around that parasol to shield him from the sun. You eat sunlight, Clark Kent. You can't have an eating disorder, you jerk. I'm telling you, that Clark Kent's a drama queen. So we do need to do a little bit of treatment here. Wade, you got to go in, and it's going to cost us a fortune to get rid of the fits, but we do have a chance of ditching your hemophilia as well, so it's benefits on benefits. Doom, you have the bees, which we're going to hang on to. Somebody else had a disease I wanted to get rid of. Might have been Superman. Yeah, Black Plague. I mean, of course he does. Why wouldn't he? How did a flea ever bite Superman and successfully give him the Black Plague? I mean, that stuff is garnered from flea bites. A flea cannot bite Superman. He's Superman. Also, we got to get rid of James Harper's the fits, too. Alex, what do you got? You got the bees. We'll hang on to those. Buffy, what do you got? Ennui and a tape. You know what, Buffy? I've had an ass full of you. You're good to go for a little while. Also, it doesn't matter what kind of debilitating illnesses Buffy has. She's basically worthless anyway. She eats twice as much food, which is irritating and also totally inappropriate, and is going to have harmful effects for her girlish figure. You're going to have trouble fitting into that cheerleader outfit, Buffy, if you keep eating twice as much food. Or maybe that's the explanation for Buffy's delightful physique in the first place. Is that how you got that cheerleader figure, Buffy? Are you on the tapeworm diet? Oh, that's dirty. That's dirty pool, man. Dirty pool. Or alternatively, you know, hey, an argument for the tapeworm diet. You want a Buffy Summers body? Just try eating a few tapeworm eggs. There's really nothing else we need to do, and I'm going to wrap this one up because now that I've got Buffy Summers endorsing the tapeworm diet, I don't really feel that good about myself. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot. And if you'd like to see more Buffy Summers endorsements on a regular basis, consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of Darkest Dungeon every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Right now, thanks for watching. Buffy Summers and I will return to eat a vast number of tapeworms. See you again soon.